The smallest mini cars in the world. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to 10 Focus. In today's video, we are going to talk about the smallest mini cars in the world. Before we start, hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 1. Renault Twizy Hatchback. At just 2,338 millimeters long, the Renault Twizy is the tiniest car on our list by some distance. It's also the narrowest, thanks to a seating arrangement that means you sit one behind the other. It's a quirky, all-electric car that's certainly eye-catching, but with no side windows or doors fitted as standard and a Spartan interior, it's a little more practical than a scooter. At least the interior is easy to wipe down, but unless you're driving it in the warmest of weather, you'll need to wrap up. 2. Smart EQ for 2 Hatchback Review. Think of the smallest car in the UK and the Smart for 2 is likely to spring to mind. The model was originally launched in 1998 and, in its current guise, is an electric-only city car. Although it's slightly larger than the original, it's still so tiny that you'll wonder how Smart managed it. Measuring 2,695 millimeters from nose to tail, the EQ for 2 is just about short enough to pull off its perpendicular parking trick. 3. Kia Picanto Hatchback Review. The Kia Picanto was first launched in 2004 when the Korean carmaker was yet to reach the popularity it has today. That said, this small city car made other manufacturers take notice. In its latest generation, the Picanto continues to offer what people need in what's become a fiercely contested market. The small city car features the brand's trademark Tiger Nose grille, making it one of the more attractive choices on our list. It also gets a high-quality cabin and is well equipped as standard with Bluetooth, electric windows, and 14-inch alloy wheels. 4. Toyota Aygo. The Toyota Aygo is all but identical to the Citroën C1 and Peugeot 108, which is why we bundled them together. The 3,455mm Aygo is ever so slightly shorter than the others, which measure 3466mm and 3475mm respectively. The three cars are about the same price as the VW Seat Skoda Trio further down the list, but while the Aygo and Friends are slightly larger on the outside, their boots are smaller. Nevertheless, they look great and offer the option of a fold-back roof panel that gives a convertible feel without the cost and complexity. 5. Suzuki Ignis SUV. The Suzuki Ignis offers something unlike other cars on this list, and that's SUV styling. While it's predominantly a city car, the Ignis benefits from that greatly desired raised side height, a tall boxy cabin, and even the option of four-wheel drive. It's the smallest car to offer it, meaning it can cope with much more than congested city streets. Thanks to its box-like shape, the Ignis can easily carry 4 adult passengers and their luggage too. So if a small SUV like the Renault Captur isn't quite within your budget and you don't require all the space it offers, the Ignis is the best and much cheaper alternative. 6. Smart EQ 44. It's the second entry from small car specialist Smart. As its name suggests, the EQ44 is a 4-seater and more usable car than its smaller sibling, especially if you're wanting to carry passengers. The 3,495mm car is remarkably nimble, and having the engine positioned under the boot floor means it has a turning circle that'll make a black cab jealous. Just like its coupe sibling, the EQ44 benefits from impressively low running costs, and its 80-mile range should be plenty for city commuters. As you can imagine, the boot space is slightly smaller at 85 liters to allow space for the additional 2 passengers. 7. Volkswagen Up. Although the Volkswagen Up is mechanically identical to the Seat Me and the Skoda Citigo, it's also the shortest of the three, although not by much. The Up measures 3,544mm against the 3,557mm Seat Me and the 3,563mm Skoda Citigo. But with only 23mm, less than an inch between them, we've included them all here. Whichever one you choose, there's space for 4 inside and a boot that's far bigger than you'd expect in a car like this. All are powered by a 1-liter petrol engine, although there's also an electric Volkswagen e-Up, and they're good fun to drive around town while still capable of a motorway cruise. 8. Fiat 500. Few cars offer the retro chic that oozes from the Fiat 500, and measuring 3,571mm from end to end means it provides the compact dimensions vital for parking in Milan or Manchester. Inside, it's surprisingly roomy with just enough space for 4 adults, although the lack of a 5-door model hampers practicality. Boot space isn't amazing, but its 185 liters of space grows to 550 liters when you fold the back seats. With the wheels pushed right out into the corners of the car and great visibility, it's an easy car to park, and a city mode makes the steering ultralight so moving into tight spaces is a cinch. 9. Hyundai i10. The smallest car in Hyundai's range is also one of the smallest on sale in the UK at 3,670mm long and 1,680mm wide. Inside and out, the latest i10 is even more stylish and is finished to a remarkably high standard despite its low price. There's also plenty of space for 5 people, plus 252 liters of boot space. It still uses the same 1.0 or 1.2-liter engines from the old car, both of which work well around town, with the latter offering better motorway performance. 10. Renault Zoe. Although it's one of the larger cars on our list, the Zoe was worthy of a spot. Not only is it a popular super mini, but it's also one of the most accessible ways to switch to electric motoring. The Renault was the first electric car to offer a mainstream zero-emissions alternative to regular family super minis. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.